Magnus starts with structure and plot, maps out the mystery, connects every dot, hands it to Daryl, who writes it all down, gets the story moving chapter by chapter, word by word. Pass it on, every voice makes a story strong, from the outline to the final line, we're building magic one voice at a time. Pass it on, the story's just begun.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ekello Herod, and I am one of the instructors over at the Future Fiction Academy. Sorry about that 30 seconds or so, or looks like a whole minute and a half. I didn't get that sucker started. Sorry about that. I didn't 1 o'clock snuck up on me, and I was in the middle of notes. I had a bunch of notes, so but I see that it is popping off inside of here. Hello, Eldon, Plumstone, Susan, Zedekus. Good to see all of you. Is there someone else in here? Let me see. Oh, and Miss Kimberly Gordon. How are you? Hi, everybody. As I said before, my name's Ekello Herod. I work at the Future Fiction Academy, where we teach you how to use your creativity and artificial intelligence to create amazing things. Before I even get started, do me a favor, everybody that's in the room right now. Hit the like button so that we can get this sucker out to as many people as we possibly can. So hit that button right now. And I want you to remember that we are a collective of artists, of authors, of people of like mind who use artificial intelligence to enhance all parts of our publishing businesses. I love making covers now. I love the idea of looking at somebody else's cover and getting inspiration and kind of taking that idea and bringing it into artificial intelligence and creating my own covers. I appreciate the marketing of our products that we have, our books, and how AI can help us with that. I absolutely love writing with artificial intelligence. And one of my favorite things is to write with YourFirstDraft.ai, something that's not actually available to the public right now. But we are in the middle of a deep alpha wave inside of the FFA, with a lot of people using this product and creating many books with this product. They are coming out with 80 to 90% of what they need to publish that book, and they're going in there and they're adding their stuff and doing all of that stuff to it in order to make their books their own. So, which is also an important thing to do, because if you don't touch the book, then it isn't yours. It isn't yours at all. All right. We have 2 more days, I think. Today's Thursday. So today and tomorrow. And we're going to be doing today and tomorrow. We have a 50% off code on our fine-tuned. You know what? I am going to do something here real quick. I'm going to, where is, oh, no, not that. Open. Do I have a, where's my Safari? This isn't Safari. Let's close that. And where is Safari? Did I not start it up? Oh, there. That was weird. Okay, so I wanted to look up something real quick, which is basically how much we actually used your first draft last week. Can I actually do that? I don't think that I can. Let me check here. What I'm doing is I'm looking. Oh, nope, that is. Let's see if I can get the answers that I need. Come on. There we go. The translation course, I believe, is $1,599. $1,599. But as of today and tomorrow, if you use the code YFD, you can get that sucker for half of the price. And also, we have a half off of our story dossier, which is a $99 course. So if you wanted to take a smaller nibble out of the apple, that's how you could do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So what is it that we're doing today? Oh, let me, as much as I'm enjoying, wow, this song's just going. I didn't realize it was going to last as long as it did. So what exactly are we doing today? Actually, before we do any of that, let's really actually go through here. Eldon, it's good to see you. Plumestone, thumbnail is sending me. The thumbnail is sending me. You mean the thumbnail for my me doing that thing? Love the cartoon images for sure. Cool. Hey, I'm fairly sure we've seen Ekello make that face before in a live stream. I think actually I took a picture, a screen capture that I had, and I'm pretty sure I was in the middle of a live stream when I made that face. So, yep, probably when EAW blew his mind with a crazy technique. Absolutely, probably. Oh, there we go. Good crack in the neck. Usually after EAW says something that confounds him. Yes, I'm like, oh, absolutely. Hey, how's everyone's YFD experiments? Yeah, how? It can be both. Oh, yeah, it could be both. How is everyone's YFD experiments? That's a very good, very, very good question. I know for a fact that I've got a lot of my students from the FFA in this live stream. So if you are one of those people, then yeah, give us a heads up on how you're using YFD. It can be both, or that she's not supposed to say. I know I do that sometimes where I'm like, Elizabeth, don't say that. We're on the air. We're in real public. We're actually in public. Oh, you're building a story dossier right now. That's very cool. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all of our sections today, and then we're going to run that draft. I'm going to run that first draft. We're not going to read everything of it, but we are definitely going to show you how long it takes to actually have that thing run through. And I need to probably have it done before 2:30 because I would like to take my dog up to get her nails done. She needs her nails done. You know what I'm saying? She's a Chihuahua, so her nails are starting to go whoop. Man, it's like a never-ending story with her nails. Guess it. Let me see. Me too. I'm taking it slow though, but I'm building mine in chat. Cool. By the way, that's one of the ways that I do it. I build mine in chat. So let's see here. I guess it feels safer for me right now. At some point, I should be trying it inside YFD. I know. Well, you could do that. But if you are paying $20 a month for ChatGPT, there's no reason why you couldn't run those in ChatGPT. Hey there. Oh, I already said hello to Kimberly. Might save my credits for the 40 chapter upgrade later in the month. We are definitely working on an enhanced version right now. You use 1 credit, you get 40 you get 20 chapters. But you could still get like 30 to 60,000 words, which is a novel. And then split it up. But once you get the 40 chapter thing going, it's going to be pretty amazing, is what I'm thinking. That's a good idea. Right now, I can't even get into YFD due to it asking for an admin password. Eldon, why is that? Are you in the EFFA? If you are, which I think you are, why are you having admin password problems? You should be able to just log in with Teachable. Do me a favor. Refresh the page and see if you can get in with your Teachable, because we pushed that Teachable thing 3 days ago. So if you haven't checked in 2 or 3 days, check it out. Ekello just finished editing my YFD. I'm great. Good for you, Kimberly. Oh my goodness, that makes me super freaking excited. All right, y'all, we are in a very, I mean, a very interesting time right now. If you don't believe me, ask the professional football team worth of money that Mark Zuckerberg spent to get his AI team up and running. He literally spent $300 million for four-year contracts. That's like baseball money or soccer, or excuse me, football money. Not even football money, because Patrick Mahomes makes like, over a 10-year period, he's making $450 million or something like that. Anyway, yay, Kim, and that is awesome. Yeah, people giving the props. 30 chapters, 70,000 words, will publish next week. Wow. Come on. That's for real. Wow. That's amazing. Good on you. Congrats. Thank you. The Z's is short for Zedekus Zul Zorander. Ooh. Zul Zorander? Wow, that's a good name. That's quite the my favorite character from the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. Even named my cat Zedekus, or Zeddy for short. Oh, I've got my cat right here. She's asleep, and she probably will not wake up. She's in her comfortable bed. She could be laying on the heating pad, but we had a power outage about 3 weeks ago, and I forgot to turn it back on. My wife was just informing me that all of the heating pads in the house needed to be turned back on. Okay. I thought I recognized the name. Sucks. I can't use it as a pen name. Makes a makes a sad panda. Oh. And let's see. Okay, insane could be Kim. Kim? That's what I want to hear. See, how many books in the series? 3 in the series. It was supposed to be a prequel, not it's a prequel series. Not now it's a prequel series. All right, y'all. I'm serious. We have some work to do. You saw me validate that first chapter for that pen name that I'm working on. And what we are, let's share the screen, and where is it? Worksheet view, share. So let's go through all of this and make sure that it is exactly what we want it to be. Okay. The Silent Witness is a thriller, psychological thriller, UK police procedural suspense. It's a novella, approximately 30,000 words and 20 chapters. It's a heat level spice. Level is 1. Closed door, no explicit content. Closed door. That's wrong. Is that closed door? No explicit content. Ritualistic murder. Albion and social prejudice. psychological manipulation, gaslighting, violent and threats of violence, references to mental crisis. It's definitely targeted audience. And those are content warnings. The targeted audience is adult readers who enjoy cerebral British procedurals with neurodivergent heroes and Celtic lore. The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert. Yeah, so it's giving some comparable works. High concept pitch. A methodical autistic detective must unmask a ritualistic killer targeting art critics before a final murder destroys his credibility and Cardiff's cultural heart. Detective Oliver Wynne Blake, a brilliant, nuanced observation, brilliant at observation, but routinely dismissed for his slow cadence, takes command of a high-profile murder where when his superior collapses. Obscure symbols, press, drums, panic. Evidence points to volatile artists, injured, suspended, and lampooned by tabloids. Oliver secretly proves the real threat is a fanatical gallery volunteer orchestrating a lunar timed blood ritual. In a fog-drenched gala showdown, Oliver sacrifices body and reputation to save an innocent life and reclaim his own. Can quiet precision outshine society's obsession with speed? And what happens when art becomes a justification for bloodshed? And reader promise. Cerebral, clue weaving, fog-drenched suspense, ritualistic haze, and the exhilarating vindication of a neurodivergent hero. Brilliant autistic detective. So here are the tropes: red herring sibling suspect, ritualistic serial killer, hero removed from case, big cat eating food when she probably shouldn't be, but that's okay because I did not give them any kibble this morning because she has been overeating. And not Grace, but what is her name? Peach. Not Grace, but Peach. I have two Peach and Fuzz. Those, they're twins. They're twins. And then Grace is the old lady. So we got Peach and Fuzz like the year after our beloved Manny passed away. And then we kind of got two to replace him. and then we got Grace, and we have Daisy. So we're not supposed to have so many people in our apartment. Shh. I mean, not people, pets. That's what I meant to say. Hero removed from case when then goes rogue. That's definitely one. Climactic public sting operation. Yeah, nice. Characters. Oliver. And ritualistic killer protects strained but evolving dynamic with Chief Constable Davies. Morgan, pragmatic, clipped speech, doubts Blake's deliberate pace. Forthright, loyal, quick thinking, tactical field command. Her flaws are biased towards speed over precision. Relationship to protagonist. Critic turned steadfast ally. Yeah, that's a good evolution for her character. Main plot function. Bridges team to Blake after witnessing his courage. Oh, that's nice. I just hadn't read all this out loud before. Harbors private fear of failure after a case went cold. Key setting and symbol: battered police issue coffee flask. Okay. Alan Davies, Chief Constable, Institutional Antagonist. Perpetually tight necky and perpetually tight necktie and coffee breath. First impression, brusque. Oh, I can't even say it today. And results driven. So he's brisk and he wants things done fast. Core personality, authoritative. And then Jack Thompson. All of that's right. Let's make sure that Jack is right. Role, veteran detective inspector, collapses, triggers Blake's promotion. Signature detail, pocket fob, watch ticking audibly, firm but supportive, core personality, methodical, old school mentor, institutional memory, neglects personal health, relationship to antagonist, early supporter whose absence tests Blake, early supporter. Let me see. Blake. Oh, I need to edit. Where are we? We're in the characters. We're going to go. I just opened up the edit for the characters. And we're going to characters, and what we're going to do is go down to not Blake, not Davies, Thompson. And what I want to do is add in here. I want to add in here Blake's sponsor. Sponsor. To the Academy. I don't even know if that's really a thing. Me. Okay, and early supporter whose absence tests. Okay, and main plot function, vacates leadership, creating vacuum. Subplot, secret wars. He's become obsolete in modern policing. Hospital bedside with case files. That's good. That's some good stuff. Let me see. Subplot arc. Let me put in here. Suffers heart attack. Whose heart. Ooh, hold on. Sorry about that. I could not stand the stank. I am showing y'all the screen, aren't I? Yes, I am. Miss something. Where do I get the worksheet? What worksheet? The one I'm working on? Is that what you mean? I hear you. What is happening here? Wow, y'all are popping off. What is this all about? Anyway, if you are in the FFA, then you will get a free credit to Your First Draft every month. If you would like to get in the FFA or you haven't been in the FFA, we have an accelerator program for all of you. Yes, it's in the YFD space. Oh, if that's what you mean? Okay, so let me take a look here. So let me save this, go back to the project. Now, as you can see, this is where the whole YFD space is. And then over here is where it says either view your dossier worksheet or edit the dossier worksheet. I was in the middle of editing. And this is where you get to each one of these sections, right? So you can hit this drop down and get to each one of these sections. And the sections I'm talking about are over here, right? And if you can't compile, and when you're in the middle of compiling this, if you wanted to, you can create the story as you go by hitting this magic button up here, the magic AI button. And every time you get in a new space, it takes the information from before and uses it to seriously. I think maybe I should change these live streams to noon, because I don't remember them ever just being outside my door, except every single time I do a live stream on Thursday. It's starting to drive me a little crazy. Anyway, and then you hit that magic button right there and it fills in this stuff. I did it differently. What I did was I actually exported the entire breadth of the worksheet. I brought it into my project, which I'm going to be teaching a class on this next week, where we talk about series and stuff like that. I'm teaching it on Monday in the FFA, and I'm starting a whole series class where this next Monday we're going to be working with projects. Next Monday after that, we're going to be working with Claude projects to do the same thing. And we'll be working through the idiosyncrasies of using Claude, because it's a little different than using ChatGPT because of the memory function in ChatGPT. It's a completely different way of looking at things. So, and also the kind of closed garden of Google will be the week after that, on the Monday, the week after that. So that's how I do it. I bring it all into my project that I'm working on for whatever that book I'm working on. And I go over here and I take the MD guide. See right there, if I click that tab, it gives me a bunch of instructions on what I need to tell the LLM in order for it to actually create these things correctly. And then I have it take the entire story and recreate each one of these sheets in the entire story. And then I save that as Markdown, as a Markdown file. I have it save it as a Markdown file, or I have it do it in a code block, a big code block. And I take that and I copy and I paste it inside. I mean, I don't copy and paste it. I save the file, and then I import the file into here. Let me show you. Where's the import? There, right over here. Down here, import worksheet. See that? This is where you would take your worksheet from your LLM, from your ChatGPT, from your Claude, from your whatever. And that's how you get this worksheet. Okay. Now I'm going to go back into editing. I'm going to go back to characters and make sure all of my characters are correct. I am so sorry about that sound in the background. I hope that this is doing some justice for the sound dampening in the background, but you probably can hear it, and I apologize for that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my microphone down, and I'm going to get closer. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Let me see. Yeah. And it's freaking my little dog out. She's even in here. Everybody's in here. Let me hold on to you. You can go back there. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at the There's a main character, and enroll veteran inspector. Is that supporting character 2, Alan Davies? Supporting character 3, Jack Thompson. Supporting character 4, Sarah Hughes. Historian. Now, this is his possible love interest. Celtic historian. Celtic historian and cultural consultant. Signature details: silver pen earring shaped like a Triskelly, whatever that is. First impressions: curious, bristly, intelligent, analytical, warm, under pressure, deep knowledge of Celtic lore, academic confidence or overconfidence. Relationship: intellectual, equal, and potential romantic interest. Main plot function: all of this stuff seems like it's working for me. I'm doing my best to validate as best I can. Rookie detective Gary. I don't really care about Gary right now. Aiden, supporting character, controversial artist, and initial suspect. Subplot: fears being exposed for artistic plagiarism. Interesting. Let's see. Troubled brother and red herring. That's a good thing for him to be. Misjudged suspect who supplies clues. And then supporting character Gareth Byrne, gallery volunteer, actual killer. He's the one. And then let me see. And then Margaret Blake is supportive, Oliver's supportive mother. Battered, seeing the Peppermint 10. Let me see here. Okay, that's all working for me. And supporting character 20, Daniel Blake, his brother, which, by the way, that's a new development for me. I had not realized he had a brother. Iris Sullivan, which is something that pops up when you are working kind of holistically with the AI, and the AI is helping you to fill in all of this information that is actually being asked to fill out. So, all right, and then supporting character 13, Father Richard O'Malley. What's Richard O'Malley's whole deal? Richard O'Malley, local priest, Celtic scholar. Got it. Function: validates. And then chief inspector, Eleanor Wright, police oversight enforcer. Very nice. Emma Roberts, first victim. James Monroe, second victim, popular podcaster. Seriously? Gosh, it's so loud. And Lucy Price, artist, tattoo artist, and rebranding, functionality, supporting. So we've got lots of good characters to draw from. Let's go to characters, narrative structure. Let's look at some narrative structure. And story type: linear, single timeline with targeted flashback. Third person omniscient, past tense with selective free, indirect into Oliver Blake. Hook: Detective Oliver Blake's meticulous jewelry theft interview ends abruptly when he's summoned for a ritual murder. Inciting incident: the lead investigator collapses at the crime scene. Has heart attack. And collapses at the crime scene, trusting Oliver, often mocked for his deliberate speech into command under a 72-hour deadline. Oh, thrusting Oliver. Thrusting. I said trusting. What is that? Turning point: evidence and media pressure implicates artist. Ambushed in a midpoint. Ambushed in a foggy sculpture garden. Oliver is badly injured and suspended, but uncovers gallery volunteer shrine and lunar kill schedule. Gareth attacks historian Sarah Hughes. Oliver persuades skeptical allies to help stage a perilous gala sting. Limping, Oliver disarms the cloaked murderer during a live ritual performance while DC Gary Lewis secures the arrest before a stunned crowd. Public vindication. Earns reluctant respect from opens up a fresh green notebook for the next enigma. Earns Oliver's and effectively makes him famous. Because that's the way I want people to deal with him from that moment on. After this case, he's so well known that everyone starts to understand his cadence, and he's more accepted as he goes through this process. So it doesn't feel like this trope that we're going and hitting and beating to death over and over and over again. You know what? Methinks I need to have a conversation with this with the AI. So here is my, as you can see, here is my I believe this is my markdown for the narrative synopsis details. What did I say? Now let's make the narrative synopsis quite a bit more detailed and put it in code block. Did I do that? Narrative synopsis. Did I already put that in? And who is someone pinging me? Ooh, wow, we have got it popping off right now. in our business Discord. Dear goodness. Okay. All right. I don't know why I got distracted. Sorry, everyone. And let's see here. So this is how I did it. I made it in code blocks, and I said, all right, let's do the supporting characters. And then I said, now let's do some narrative synopsis. Let me see here. Cardiff wakes underneath. 4 days ago. Okay. All right. Let's take a look and see if inside the narrative synopsis we get the same result. I can't remember whether we did that. We're going to, where are we now? Narrative structure. Let's go settings. Oops. Save and switch. Nice. That feels new to me, that if you move on, that it makes you save it, because I wanted to save it and I changed it and stuff. So setting in context, Cardiff, salt tinged, competitive, supporting context, meticulous autistic detective. Let me check in with my people. Oh snap, I forgot to refresh and I missed the first 30 minutes. LOL. Can't hear anything in the background. Well, good. Because I feel like it was like, man, he's driving me crazy. Anyway, no, exporting. Okay, cool. I just wanted to check in with y'all and make sure it wasn't, someone wasn't asking an existential question. Strained dynamic with Chief Constable Davies, growing resident. Respect with Sergeant Claire. Key relationships. Main bond. You know what? Setting in context. Yeah. let's do this. Back to narrative structure. Yep, I have to fix my narrative structure because it only goes up to chapter 10. This is why you validate. This is why you validate. This is why you validate. Narrative structure. Let's see. The narrative structure that you built inside the gigantic worksheet earlier is incorrect. It needs to go up to 20 chapters. So would you please redo the narrative structure exactly like you did it before, but split up the waypoints in the story over 20 chapters, and make sure you give me, meat on the bone when it comes to filling in the details for those 20 chapters. You don't have to go crazy. Just fill in the blanks, please. Did I say please? I don't care about your pleases. The digital apocalypse can come and I still won't say please. It's probably like, would you please say please? Narrative structure, timeline, third person omniscient, detective, plot beats, citing incident, novella. There we go. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll copy that, go to here, highlight it all, and paste. And now save. And now we have all that stuff. Resolution. Thompson collapses Davies. Ultimatum. Okay. Harrow. That's nails. See, that's better. That's better. That is better. There we go. I knew something was wrong. I was like looking at this thing going, why is this so short? Okay. And then narrative structure, setting in context. Hardeth. Strain dynamic with. Okay. Theme motive. Societal tendencies to misjudge precision as weakness. A secondary theme. Reoccurring Celtic symbols and haunting Welsh hymn that trails each crime. Interesting. And conflict and tension, ritualistic art world and manipulative public opinion. Blake's battle with sensory overload and self-doubt under, albeit Alblis. What is that? I'm sure I'm just like not seeing the word before and not realizing it's some kind of common word. Anyway, career and the spec hinge on gaining trust of Claire and Davies. Here's the marketing on that one. It gives me the back of the book blur. Wow, this is I really like this. This is really cool. Great blueprint. Production notes. And okay, let's have a wee bit of a discussion while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so do you know that you have the ability to look at any of the worksheets, any of the blueprints, right, and figure out which one is closest to what you want? It doesn't necessarily have to be, because there is no British procedural blueprint inside here. So I took the mystery blueprint and then I took the worksheet from that and I made it my own in order to I made that kind of mystery sort of thing my own so that it can become a British procedural that happens to take place in Cardiff with a autistic main detective protagonist. I made the worksheet. I changed everything so that it fits my story and everything that I want it to be. So, as a matter of fact, I think I used when I had it make this. When I had it make this before, let me see here. There's a code block. Break that out into a code block and let's make it markdown, please. Okay, so relationships. Is this just all the supporting characters? Okay. So where is this the thing that I uploaded? Worksheet. I am about to give you a file that will kind of be a repeat of some of the sections that you've already done. I want you to disregard the sections we've already done, which means all the way up to the production notes. But then I want you to continue on the process by looking at the rest of the markdown and filling in all of the Oliver Blake information that's perfect, that's pertinent in the format that it's that we've already discussed. I did this in dictation, so let me see. What else is it? Book blurb. I want to see. I'm trying to get to the point where narrative structure. I was doing this all individually. Oh, that's too funny. Is this? Let me see. So, recap. It was right about here, right? All right. So here we go. Let me. Oh, actually, that looks readable, but I'm going to switch. There we go to there. Okay. All right. So I have an assignment for you. I want you to format things in a way so that every single time they get outputted, I can take those things and put them into a separate program. I'm going to give you the instructions right here. And then I give him it gives him the instructions, right there. And it gives all of the MD guide, you see, all of this stuff. And that is how you get it to your LLM to do whatever you want. And as you can see right here, it started outputting things. And the following is an example of how I want you to format this, but I want you to replace all of the bracketed information with all information that is specific to the silent witness, please. And that's it. That was the prompt I used right there that transformed what Oliver was doing. And so it started doing it piece by piece when I should have just done the entire worksheet, exported the worksheet and then put it in here and said, hey, and that's what I did eventually is exported the whole worksheet and put it in there. And then I started breaking out into code blocks because Elizabeth told me that I could do that, where I could put it in a code block and then take that markdown and just drop it in or save the markdown or something like that. Or you could have it as a downloadable file. So you could do either one. Okay. Now, where were we? All right. Now that we have basically, and then we're in the marketing, let's go to writing style. Let's make sure the writing style is what I want. POV, third person omniscient, past tense, free, indirect, omniscient to character ratio, 70, 30%. That's about right. Can transition cues, external stimulus, or action shift. Narrative voice, tone, clean, precise. Mildly literary. Yes. Leitmotifs, green ink, Welsh counting. So, and that reoccurs to him all the time. Anyway, so there's the writing style overview. And now that I put in the new narrative synopsis, it's time to read our story. Now, this is incredibly important. Okay. Incredibly important. Oh, wait a minute. What? Okay, let's go over here. I don't see an outline. Why is that? All right, following the guide that you've already been given, I need a detailed outline of this book. I want all 20 chapters broken down into 5 sentences, and the first sentence has to be the beginning arc, and the last sentence has to be the cliffhanger that goes from one chapter to the next. So I need a cliffhanger. I need a narrative arc through each one of the chapters. And I need it to get from beginning to end. And when you get to the 20th chapter, there should be no cliffhanger whatsoever. And we should have a nice resolution to the story, probably including a call from his possible love interest, or a text message on his phone from the woman who maybe wants to date him in the next book. Okay, and that's it. So go ahead on and give me a detailed outline that adheres to all of that and adheres to the markdown guide, and it needs to be in a code block. Okay. And with that said, boom. Let's see. It's thinking. It's thinking. It's talking about creating the thing. This is what the user wants. Thought for only 9 seconds. And I'm going to add a section over here. We're going to add the outline. Oh, I should have said something about make sure it doesn't contradict with the synopsis that I gave you, but hopefully it's not done. Outline. And done. I'm going to move the outline right. Settings and context. And then I'm going to writing style. And then while it's still, did it finish? Looks like it did. Okay. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to drop that. I'm going to highlight this. Paste it in. Nice. Nice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I would consider done. Done. All right. Now, let's compare, make sure that the synopsis and the outline match. Here we go. And after we read this and we find out whether or not this is going to work, I'm going to run this. And if you are in the FFA, come over to the community class, which will be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. and I will show you my results from the running of this. Hopefully I can get it to run pretty quickly. Cardiff beneath tinged fog that softens neon, hollows horns into distant keening. Detective Oliver Wynne Blake, tall, neat, and maddeningly deliberate in speech, sits in the cramped back of the room of Price and Sons, coaxing truths from nervous proprietor. His antique fountain pen flicks green ink for fact, red for hunch, and the peppermint on his tongue blunts the metallic reek of polish while he notes the Claire Morgan calls, high-profile critic, Rise Emma Roberts' Loft, and Kathy's, where warm oak floors marred by a grotesque Celtic brand on the victim's forearm, while he catalogs exotic Pacific oak pollen in his cuff and a painting rehung 2 millimeters off level. Veteran DI Jack Thompson collapses with viral pneumonia. Collapses from a heart attack. Chief Constable Davies thrusts command on Oliver with a public 72-hour deadline. Tabloid mics glint like teeth. Claire winces at Oliver's unhurried cadence. Okay, consultation with Dr. Sarah Hughes, brisk Celtic historian, sporting. What is that word? I don't know. Reveals the brand on a news as a news reckoning, a archaic purification rite. Sarah's intrigued with Oliver's color-coded notes spark instant intellectual chemistry when popular podcast host James Harrow is found branded and murdered days later with his a day later, because he gave him a 72-hour thing. It can't be days. Later, with his smashed microphone arranged beside him, the media christens the critic killer. Carter's art district panics. Davies demands swift results. Suspicion fixed on mercurial painter and his unstable brother. Night raid. Michael's beset uncovers Celtic texts, violent sketches, and emerald stolen. Davies orders an arrest, but Oliver observes fresh glove powder on the safe, and timestamps that don't align. His refusal ignites a glass-walled shouting match. Claire sides with speed over certainty, branding Oliver obstinate. At Aiden's fluorescent green exhibit, Oliver notes volunteer Gareth Byrne humming an obscure hymn while rearranging brochures. A tattooist, Lucy Price, later confirms a left-handed client commissioned a custom branding iron. The same man who hummed that tune, clue and melody fuse in Oliver's mind. Tension spike when acerbic columnist columnist Claire Dutton survives a arson attempt. Oliver rescues her Maine Coon through smoke, guided by lots of very big word. And my wife will tell you I have a bigger vocabulary. She even says it to other people. I have a bigger vocabulary than her. So she'd be like, oh my gosh. And she's got a pretty good vocabulary. And I'm getting my butt kicked right now. Learned at boarding school from Brazilian friend Diego Santos. Capoeira. Guided by capoeira breathing tricks. Capoeira. Oh, is that how you spell capoeira? Moss spores on a stairwell. Footprint match samples from Emma's balcony plants, nudging Oliver towards Gareth, not the Lloyd brothers. Determined to confirm, Oliver tails a cloaked figure into the gallery's sculpted garden. Statues looming in a shove sends him tumbling stone steps. His knee wrenches. Notebook pages scatter. Hospital fluorescence. Yeah. Iris Sullivan prints the headline, Slow-Mo Sleuth Stumbles. Eleanor Wright hovers, threatening a task force takeover. Daniel Blake with VR headset slung around his neck reveals the hymn exists only in staff-only audio files. That night, limping, Oliver and rookie DC Lewis infiltrate the gallery storeroom, discovering Gareth's wax effigies, lunar calendars, and dagger schematics. The timetable ends at the exhibit's gala. Finally, 48 hours later, Oliver bargains the same window from Davies. Claire, shaken by his injury, quietly relays floor plans. Gareth strikes first. Sarah is slashed in her cottage, but survives, scrawling a blood spiral that confirms Oliver's theory. Her attack galvanizes wavering allies. Even Claire now trusts his precision. Together, they craft a silent signal sting. Sprinkler sabotage during rehearsal reveals Gareth's timing. Yeah, this is all continuing out. Gala night, neon, eerie, uncover, lunar, zenith, brandishes some ceremonial. Yeah, this is working. Davies steps before cameras and for the first time calls him Detective Inspector Blake. Iris is Sullivan. So guest freeze, they erupt into thunderous applause. Yeah, this is all working. Days later, Oliver gifts Sarah a Victorian cipher wheel. And Claire jokes about death-safe capoeira lessons. Daniel remixes the hymn as lo-fi closure. Margaret leaves a fresh peppermint tin on his desk. At sunrise, Oliver stands on his balcony overlooking mist-silvered Cardiff Bay, opening a new green notebook. Chaos will come again, but he now knows the city will listen when he speaks, no matter how long the pause between words. Okay, that is good. Now let's just take a look at the outline real quick. Oh, save and switch. Outline. Green notebook. Sergeant Morgan. Emma Roberts. Celtic grabs his arm and suddenly it collapses, leaving the investigation leaderless. Davies thrusts command on Oliver with a begrudging 72-hour deadline. Reporters swarm, stairwell mocking his slow cadence. As cameras flash, Oliver spots one painting hung 2 millimeters off. Yeah. And this is a medical examiner, Paul Evans, confirms Brandon's podcast. Studio shattered microphones. Yeah, that's working. Scrambles. And slow-mo, detective, fog, buffering, falls behind, brother Daniel hacks the nice, hauled before Davies, bargains, 48 hours, tasks the symbols to uncover the maps and practices. And okay, this is as much validation as I can do. I got to get this puppy started. Okay, and don't do what I just did. Check your work. Don't do what I just did. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm gonna say save, and we're gonna go back to projects, and let's generate that first draft because we've already done the first chapter, and it's done. Okay, all that information is done. I'm gonna hit generate, and here you are. Let's take a look at at your first drafts generation. Here we go. Important information. Time required. This process can take up to an hour to complete. Continuous process. Once you begin, the process will continue until your complete draft is finished. Material. Your story will be driven from your story dossier and first chapter. Okay. Please make any last edits before continuing. This is a big deal. Okay. This is it. This is it. I'm gonna make this is it. I'm gonna make a book today. All right. Now, do not fear. I will probably have a live stream on next Tuesday to give you a big update on how this first draft went and how everything went. Otherwise, I'm going to be showing the results to my community class tonight. So you can go to the community class if you want to. You can go to the community class. I have a link in the description below that takes you over to. Let me just make sure that that's there before I start lying to you, because I don't want to lie to you. You seem like nice people. Yeah, I don't want to have any lies. Yep, I have the calendars. The calendar is in the description below. So if you click through to the calendar and go down to today and click on the community class, I should probably check something, but and click on the community class. I will show you the results today at 4 p.m. Pacific. So I hate to cut all y'all off. I'm not actually cutting you off. We're going to do this for another 20 minutes. But I'm about to hit the button. This is going to be my very first time doing this myself. So I'm pretty excited. As a matter of fact, there are other staff members inside the FFA who haven't done this stuff either. There are so many people on staff that are knee deep in this right now. And so I feel really good about not participating in that early part so that I could be the avatar, the customer, the person who's going to use this. Oh, hello, Danny boy. Hey, work tied me up. I see we're edit. We're in edit. Yes, we are. Let's see. Yep, that's Markdown. Oh, duh. Let's see here. Chapter summaries. Should there be? No. Yeah, make sure it wrote in the right POV, LOL. Yes. Made that mistake. Yep. I'll be there. Ekello is losing it. I guess I am. Hello, Ross. Good day to you. and we'll then take that step of hitting the button within the week. It's quite exciting. I'm about to hit the button right now. I feel like I probably should have done a little more validating of the story, but I wanted to do this in front of y'all, and I only have a certain amount of time because I got to get my dog to the clippy clips. She's got to get to the clippy clips. And I've got 33 people in here. Do me a favor, 33 people. Hit the like button right this second so we can get this out to as many people as possible. I want people to see what we got going on here. I really do. And we're at the top. We're a little past the top of the hour. So let me just reiterate, we are the Future Fiction Academy. We have tons and tons of standalone courses. We have a July accelerator now. If you wanted to join the July accelerator, I actually should edit this one so that it actually says July also. If you would like to join the July accelerator, please click the link below and go and sign up for the accelerator. It gives you, you'll end up having 2 books at the end of the month, 2 books at the end of the, not the end of the month, at the end of the course, 2 books that you will be able to publish. You will have them completed, I promise you. And it's a $249 value, and that value gets you credit a month in your first draft. So you at least every month will be able to publish a book as fast as lightning, as fast can be. You will never catch me. And then standalone classes like publishing niche using AI, or easy peasy book machine, or our romance outlines with AI, or our translations. All of those things are over at the futurefictionacademy.com. And remember, if you sign up, you also get a free credit to your first draft. And if you sign up for our 6-month accelerator, you get a month free. And if you sign up for 12 months, you get 2 months free. And oops, not that. Remember, go over $15.99 for our translations. You know what? $1,599 for our fine-tune course. Courser. Fine-tune course is $1,500, right? And $15.99. And if you use the code YFD, you get 50% off of that price, and you get 50% off of the story dossier also. But the fine-tune course literally has tons and tons of information, actual fine-tunes inside of it, so that you can make and give you the ability to take all of your old work and make that into a fine-tune so that it writes like you, including at some point, I would assume that you might actually have that ability to do that some way inside of your first draft, but we will see how that works at a later time. I'm not going to promise that. But please go over to the futurefictionacademy.com and get your course there. All right. Let's push the button. Push the button. I'm gonna make a book in about an hour's time. Push the button. Push the button. And just in case you're wondering where that song came from, that is The Color Purple. The Color Purple, the movie and the musical. It's Push the Button, and I'm pretty sure Push the Button was the role that Oprah played in the original movie. Push the Button is the song that she that not her, but her character sings in the musical. So if you're ready, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Ooh, this is very nerve-wracking. You ready? You ready to do this? I'm pushing the button. You can only this can only be run once, and will run until it's complete. Here we go. It says, are you sure? Yes, I am. All right, manuscript batch started. This will be running the process that may take 10 to 45 minutes to complete. You will get an email. You will get an email notification when it's complete. And I know for a fact I will get a email, and it even gives you live status reports. So right now it's processing chapter 2 of 10 of 10. Oh no, no. No, 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 no. Why would it be doing 2 of 10? That doesn't. Ah. Okay. Hopefully that didn't turn out bad. But as you can see, it's a working. I don't even know why it's doing that. That makes me a little nervous. Oh well. I work for the person who gives out the credits. So if something goes wrong, hopefully I'll be able to get another credit. Oh, or I'll just use one of my other 3 credits. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the process of getting to the button. Let me see here. Oh, what do you mean writing style first? Oh well. Hi, Christina. Oh, poor thing screaming at me. Is that what this is? Is that what was going on over here? Oh my God, Christina. Ah! she he dropped a she dropped the she dropped this meme in. Oh. Christina, thank you for trying, honey. I appreciate you working so hard to make it so that I didn't screw that up. But if I did screw it up, I will probably. Oh, Christina, thank you. Oh my goodness. I'll look for you now. I'll look for you now. It's already made chapter 1. It's doing chapters 2 through 10. No, Kim, it says of 10, but maybe he didn't change it in the set up part. I did thought I changed it in the setup part. I even many times I went back and said, no, not 10. I even had the 20 chapters that it was supposed to do and the whole 9 yards. Did you miss something that caused it 10 chapters only? I don't know. I have no idea. Christina, thank you, though. I appreciate you and how hard you tried to get me to do this thing, right? Guess it wasn't happening. My apologies. And it's the middle of the night for you again. What the heck? You are still not transitioned correctly. Oh my goodness. But all right, everyone. Are there any questions about the process that I just went through? I will definitely I can change it to 20. I don't know if it'll break when I say, but we can restart it if so. Insomnia, jet lag. I know, girl. I know. You know, y'all, I just want you to know, Christina, she's some good people. She's some good people. She's a great coworker and really takes time out for doofuses like me who are all about the entertainment. I consider myself a bit of a smart person, but some days I do stupid things when it comes to AI. You just don't see it coming. I don't know where in the process I could have changed. Let me see here. If I go back over here, and I should be able to look at the worksheet. See, right there it says 20 chapters. Is there some fundamental place when I was setting it up that maybe I shouldn't have done that? Set up, story setup. target 20 chapters right there. Okay, what the hey? Someone want to explain to me why that did that then? Let me see here. Maybe I'm getting another ping. Christina, you are so funny on the Discord. So here's what Christina said to me in all caps. Put your writing style first. Slide 1, writing style. Seriously. She said, seriously, it makes the output better. So do you all hear what she said? Writing style first. Writing style first. Dag nabbit. Writing style first. Christina, you my peeps. Appreciate you. I appreciate you because you just tried so hard. I cannot. Oh gosh. I have content. Poor thing. She tried so hard. I swear she really did. She's like, I'm picking you. What does Ross say? Oh gosh. Okay. I have constant mental I have it says I have constant mental flatulence, so no judgments from me. I don't know why. All right, so Christina, do you have any? Okay, so the 10 might be in project details. What is project details? Christina, if I drop you a nope. I'm not going to give you a invite because let me see here. Might be in project details, and it says though I have manually changed it so to 20, so it'll show correctly now. Let's see. We will see if you are correct. Let's see this. Where are we at? Generate your first draft. 5 of 10. Nope. Oh, look at the way it's processing it, though. This is so cool. It's going from one thing, very visual. I like the visuality. This is very nicely done. Man, this is exciting working for a company that builds great software. The UI could be prettier. That's no joke. No shade and no guff and no shade on this. It's just there are some modernness that it could have, not as but otherwise it's really intuitive. So I'm having a good time with this, y'all. This is like a real difference maker. I can All right, this is the thing I was telling Alyssa today. We had a private meeting so she could show me how to work the Notion calendars because, boy, that was another flatulence moment. I just kept looking at it, and I was looking at the calendar wrong, and she really helped me out. But we were discussing what kind of superpowers this unlocks. So I have now the ability to do this thing that I've dreamed of doing for a long time. I tried to do it by getting other authors to help me out and stuff like that. But then it was pointed out to me how incredibly complicated it would be from a financial point of view. And I'd be pretty much married to those people until that publication came down off of Amazon. So what I dream of is having a series where every week a new part of the series comes out. Not a serial, a series. So a full novella, 10 to 20 chapters, full novella, and have it be like television. Come out every Thursday before the weekend, and you get to go to the movies and stuff. Bring out books every Thursday and be promoting it to my list and all of these things. Hopefully, creating a synergistic sort of feedback loop. So by the end of the first year, I have my first 15 books, and then my first 15 book season that has an overarching theme, which I would have to develop for something like Oliver Blake. I don't think I would put Oliver Blake out once a week. It's not that type of, I mean, it is that type of thing, but I would much rather put out my Stargate analog or my Expanse analog, or what other analog? I would actually like to write a Star Trek-y sort of analog, like the Orville. I would love to write some type of Star Trek analog too. But the idea that at some point during the year, I'm working my way up to releasing that season, and I get all of those books done and everything is straight, and then everyone is expecting the new season to come out, and that is literally 15 books released on Amazon in order. That's a crazy idea to me. 15 books, 15 weeks. That's my dream. That is my dream. I would love to serve people as fast as they could read, because they read these books in a day, 2 days. And then they can look forward to the next book. They're going to be addicted, and they're just going to buy, because what is the key? What is the key to selling books? Writing books. You write books, you sell books. You write more books, they have more books to buy from you, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. All right. We have 2 minutes left, and then I got to get out of here. Let's go through the comments. Yellow, black button. I don't know what y'all all are talking about right here. So it says bug. So, okay, the 10 might be in project details. I wish I knew where that was. You change it to 20. It should show up now. It didn't show up step 1. Yellow one. Don't know what that is. Black button. Black button. Is that what that is up at the top? Let me see here. Nope, that's buy credits. Anyway, view, edit, project details. Okay, I will probably have to get back. Christina, if you wanted to show up at my community class. No, I'm just saying. I buy you a coffee. We can talk about it. Can buy you coffee. We don't need pretty, we need good output. Looks better when you change the colors. That too, Alyssa. Oh, hey, Alyssa, we were just talking about you. Functionally works for me over functionality works for me over pretty. It does. Yeah, and it does look better when you change the colors. I get what you're saying. Let me see here. Where is the color changes? I do not see. Oh, there it is. If I make it into garden, then it's all bright. If I make it into wireframe, it's it's a wireframe. And this is winter, and this is night, and this is the lemonade. Oh, I like lemonade. I'm going to keep it lemonade. I like lemonade. Lemons and limes all over the place. I love that. Okay, and yeah, love that software. Even went and set up something in NAN to do the same thing. Yep, that's cool, Danny. Good luck on that. Orville is such great writing. All right. Quick aside. Orville is the second coming of the next generation. The first season of the Orville is very weird. Second season kind of is a nice bridge, and then the third season is phenomenal. But the first season has some weird, quirky moments because it was trying to be funnier than it actually needed to be. So it didn't need to be. You should switch between series each week. What do you mean switch between? You mean release one series here and one series there, and then have like 30 weeks worth of series to release at one time? I get what you're saying on that, but actually, I really don't want people to wait 2 weeks for my books in this particular format. Danny and Aiden stuff disconnecting with Google stuff. Go back to project overview. Oh, you know what? I would love to, Alyssa, but it's time for me to get the heck out of here. I still have to, I'd have to still be awake. Construction starts at 10 a.m. It's 4:30 a.m. Exhaustion. My class is in an hour and a half. You know, if you fall asleep, you won't be there. But if you do, edit the project button is right now in front of you right now. And the edit project button is right in front of you right now. Okay. I got to go take my dog, y'all. Prefer the night skimmer. I like that line. And now now and then select the yellow button. I'll be there. Okay, cool. I'll at least have somebody with a big brain in there because and believe you me, I'm the entertainer and of the group. I have a pretty good brain. I have pretty good brain, but everybody else got bigger ones. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's that for that. My name's Ekello Herod. This is the Future Fiction Academy. Check out all of our links below. Go to our community class. I'll see you at that community class in an hour and a half. And I really love my job and I love hanging out with all of you. Do me a favor, everyone, like this. Everyone, I've got even 2 more people than I had before. So 35 people, do me a favor, like this video right now. Even if you are working for the FFA, like this video. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Plumestone. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Alyssa, Moonchild, Christina, Danny, lots of other people, Kimberly, all of you. Have a good day, and I will see all of you in class. I will. And I want to end on the good old-fashioned, the old school digital age. Yep, there it is. Have a good day, y'all. Oh, in class.
We're dreamers, we're believers, reaching for the stars, yeah. With AI by our side, possibilities endless and bright. There's a future full of promise and it's within our grasp. So let's embrace